run.
I'm sorry, man.
Moron, what the hell is your problem?
Running from the police is never a good idea. In a vehicle, it's an even worse idea because most of the time the police are going to be able to catch up to you and pit you. But even if you're able to evade the pit, sometimes you pit yourself and end up in a ditch and then you head straight to jail. This is one of those.
10-4.
14, where you at?
So when you hear radio traffic like that, where another officer, and when they're stopped at a stoplight like that, and you hear them say, "Where are you at?" that means that they're projecting where they're going to stop a vehicle, and they want to know where the secondary unit is going to be so that they can make sure that they project it at the right location. And so when they get the response at the location, they know they can project it at the right spot.
I'm going to go ahead and light up once we get through the intersection. Once I light up, you guys go ahead and light up to get out here.
Good stuff. When you hear them setting up a plan like that, remember, if it goes south, you're going to be asked, did you have a plan? And they have a plan. Very good stuff.
You want me to get on the interstate?
Negative. We're on Main and Rockwood, about to turn south on Rockwood.
We're getting traffic with it wrong. Down on Rockwood, past Walmart. Speed 40.
We're in pursuit going to 533.
Down Rockwood. Speed 62 like traffic.
This is very good. Officers are picking up on this. What's happening is that there are two units. There's a primary unit, the one that we're looking out of the window, and there's a secondary unit who's the backup. And the secondary is calling out the pursuit to allow the primary to drive. Now, occasionally the primary might chime in with things the secondary unit might not see, but the dexterity to do a pursuit and talk on the radio is very challenging, especially if you're primary. I like what I'm seeing here. Good stuff.
20 is primary, 50 secondary. Southbound on Rockwood, speed 97, like traffic, crossing rail. Still southbound, speed to 90, medium traffic. Traffic gets to it. Half 10 seconds, you're in there.
Yes, there's a trooper, Highway 5 in Rockwood.
10, approaching very hard, speed 104, like traffic.
Stopping it right here. Speed is 104 light traffic. As a sergeant, I'm going to tell you the one thing that I'm going to definitely ask is, what's the crime? What is the crime that at 145, we're going 104 on this roadway? Because that is going to be asked if, God forbid, this goes south. Because it matters. In some jurisdictions, they're going to let this pursuit go. Other jurisdictions, they are going to shut it down. In Las Vegas, we had a horrific accident. Las Vegas Boulevard and Sahara, where an entire Canadian family was taken out during a pursuit. And policies exist for a reason, and you have to look at these kinds of things. In the comment section, knowing what we know now of this vehicle, which it could have come back as maybe a stolen vehicle. I don't know exactly what the crime is at this point, but would you let this pursuit go on a Saturday at about a little after 1:30 in the afternoon, and we're pushing 104 miles per hour? Again, something to think about.
Still southbound, Delta Greg, a lot of speed, 95, no traffic.
Hey, trooper's gonna try to put out spikes, just FYI.
Radio, I don't know if you caught it, but they're saying that there's a trooper that's going to put out spikes somewhere ahead of this pursuit. Now, mind you that there are units that are paralleling this and trying to find if the person turns off in normal situations. I don't know how many units they have, but to parallel in case the suspect turns off.
Yeah, we're almost done. We're southbound at the 16. Wreck out to 16. Start coaching. Roll over.
10-4.
I'm hurt bad.
Shouldn't have fucking run.
I'm sorry, man.
Fucking moron.
No, sir.
What the hell is your problem?
In custody. Okay, we're going to get back to this, but I want to talk about some things, and I want to show you the difference of what we've seen in some videos and what we see this officer do. The officer is on as he goes to the suspect. When he gets to the suspect at that point, he holsters and handcuffs. We've seen other situations where the officer stays on and he's making contact with the suspect with the on the back. Not the best practice. I discussed with you sympathetic reflex. This is a training firearm. This is an orange tip on the back. This is a plastic training firearm. With sympathetic reflex, if a person is attempting to do two tasks at once, there is the challenge that when attempting to go like this, they unintentionally do that. Sympathetic reflex is a thing and it has happened. So holstering that way shows me that this officer trains. Under these circumstances, it's exactly how it can or should happen, unless he decides to stay on and let the secondary unit handcuff because you don't know if the suspect potentially has a weapon and decides to turn and engage. This was a choice he made and it worked out.
Face down!
Man,
Face down!
what did I even do?
Driving a stolen vehicle! Why are you running?
Stolen?
Why are you running then?
It's not stolen.
Why are you running then? What kind of idiot runs from the police if they're not doing anything wrong?
Because I've got a warrant in Pulaski County.
Okay, so it's a stolen car that ends up rolling over. Now, when the pursuit was going on, I saw on the left side of the road that the trooper laid out the spikes, and you can see that the trooper was, I believe, pulling them back, but I know the trooper laid out spikes. A lot of people don't realize laying out spikes or stop sticks is incredibly dangerous. There are documented incidents of officers being hit, because here are a couple of things that can happen when you lay out the spikes. So you lay the spikes out, then you have to pull them back so that the pursuing officers don't run over them and flatten out their tires. That has happened as well. So let's talk about this. The spikes get laid out. The suspect sees the spikes in the officer. There have been suspects who have intentionally veered into officers and hit them and done horrific damage to them. There have also been suspects who turn away from the spikes and end up pitting themselves and rolling their vehicle, which is what I believe happened here in this situation. Laying out spikes is so nerve-wracking because even if you stand behind your vehicle, if a person hits a vehicle at that rate of speed, there's not a lot of good things that can happen by that.
God damn it, man.
Got an ambulance coming for you. Where are you hurting at?
In my head, my face, my head the other way. Oh,
Like
man.
that. Go and sit up.
I'm hurting bad. Oh my God. It's just my cell phone, man. I ain't got nothing else. Oh my God, that hurts so bad. Oh man, it hurts so bad. Oh, my ribs. Oh shit. Oh man.
Go and
What's up? Man, I've got a warrant plastic can. Man, it's not stolen, man. That vehicle's loaned to me by my ex. So why run? Because I've got a warrant Pulaski County, man. And I won't even hold you, bro. Yeah, they will.
Over what? What is it?
Man, it's a...
Can you watch him for a second?
It's a class Y, man.
Hey, see if you can get a name on him. He don't got any ID on him. Have 33 been notified?
28 did not.
Has 33 been notified?
Young aspiring officers, keep that inside your door because you're going to be touching a lot of things that carry communicable diseases, and blood is one of the most common that you're going to be touching. I had a ton of hand sanitizer with me all the time. And I know there are going to be some people that say sanitizer is not the end all be all, and I get it. Washing your hands the right way is the absolute best. But in a jam like we are in the field, hand sanitizer to me is next best thing.
Hey, Richardson. You two go and start getting their information for that. Okay.
Hey, you want these in here? I got it. You got it.
Hey,
you wanna watch him?
Beside the steering wheel, there's a slide-out thing, and it's got cash in there. It's got my pay, my check in there. Yeah, call my uncle.
No, you cannot.
Man, I got to be able to let somebody know what's going on.
Well, that is not my concern right now.
Oh man, I hurt so bad.
Well, you brought it on yourself by running.
Oh my God.
Now, instead of just going on a warrant, you got a bunch of extra charges.
I know, man. I'm sorry.
Idiot.
Man, I know.
All the people you put at risk because of a damn warrant.
I know, man. Man, I'm terrified of jail, man. I'm 36 years old. I'm scared to go.
Well, maybe quit breaking the law. You think about that one?
That car's not stolen. It was loaned to me.
It was
by my
reported
baby
stolen, so boo-hoo to you.
Man, that's fucked up. That's so fucked up she did that to me. That's so fucked up she did that to me.
That we could have worked out if you hadn't run.
Man, no, we couldn't have, because I still went to Pulaski County. I don't know. I got scared, man. I didn't know what to do.
Pull over. It's right there in the driving manual. See blue lights behind you? You pull over.
Man, I'm sorry. Oh, man, my face looks so burning. Oh, my leg and my ribs hurt too so bad. Oh, shit. My face hurts. But that gravelly glass in my mouth. I need to rinse my mouth out.
Spit it out.
I can't. It also. I got a bottle of water in that close hand. Please have it. Please.
You're not getting anything right now. Sit down. Sit right there.
So bad.
No, and you don't even have a driver's license.
No, I don't. It's suspended. Man, the mother and my child, they both loaned me that fucking car. I've had it for over like 6 months. I just put a motor in it 3 months ago. I've got text messages and everything of her loaning it to me.
He could very well be telling the truth about this loaning the car type of thing. I've had those kinds of situations all the time. Then the ex gets upset about whatever reason, and then they report the car stolen. Now, think about this. All of these people on these roadways were placed at risk for a situation where someone now says, I want my car back, and they don't give the car back, and this is almost some kind of weird domestic type deal. I've seen this happen many, many times. All the lives are placed at risk. Look at this RV park that's right here, and it looks like it's occupied with a lot of people. That vehicle careening in at that high rate of speed over this situation where you can have the car this week, you can't have it the next week, I'm reporting you to the police. It happens.
Oh man, my face hurts.
He missed the spikes.
That's why I slowed to miss.
Yeah, he missed the spikes.
You want to work out an accident then?
Yeah.
So he said he missed the spike. So he pitted himself essentially and did this whole rollover into this RV park.
I'm so sorry.
I don't give a damn.
Lord, my hand.
Now, you got more than just a couple warrants. You got like 4 or 5.
I know. I just started a job, man. I've been trying to get to work.
Well, you're about to
so I can
lose
get
the
a
job.
word. I know I am.
Young aspiring officer, I'm going to talk about something real quick. The officer that's here and he's still amped up about having to chase this guy. I get it. Been there. I understand how he feels. Best practice. If you still are emotionally charged over the situation, throwing barbs at this guy is not going to help your department look like what their department values are. Take a step away. Take a deep breath. Get a bottle of water. Have someone else stay with the suspect until you can get all of that energy out. I get it. I understand your life was just placed in danger, but now it's done. Take a deep breath because all of that stuff you're saying, it sounds funny and we can chuckle about it if we want to, but we got to remain professional. And I think that he did a phenomenal job taking the suspect into custody. I tell he's also tactically proficient, but we want to make sure that we protect our department's image as well and be professional throughout. And I don't disagree with anything he's saying, but is it really helping?
I'm probably not going to get out of jail.
All because of a stupid ass decision.
Hey, come on, talk to me real quick, okay? You have the right to remain silent.
Hey, did you get his wallet and stuff out of there? You get his wallet and everything? Yeah, go ahead and grab his wallet and everything. If you can, try to turn the car off. Is everybody over here okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, we're
Okay.
kind of evaluating our features for insurance.
Yeah.
God damn. Yeah, when you look to the left-hand side of the steering wheel, there's a slide-out compartment. There should be close to $180 in cash in there.
There they are.
Like I said, my cash is inside the steering wheel.
We're going to have Rockwood shut down for a little bit. Listen, hurting in his leg, his neck, or not his neck, but his face, his leg.
He's the only person involved.
Yep. He was able to get out on his own. Well, yeah, if you haven't already, go ahead and print out his information and the flock kit.
He's asking if he can be cuffed.
Not right now, he can't.
So this is precisely why I was talking about what I was saying about the commentary. How badly was this guy injured? Does he have extreme internal injuries? And could they potentially end up having him go toes up at the hospital later? It's happened. Will the video be reviewed of all the commentary from the officer after the accident? 100%. Under the circumstances. Best practice. He wants to be handcuffed in the front. The medical personnel, the firefighter says he wants to be cuffed in the front. Is the best response, right now he can't, Or is there anything in your medical, ask the medical person, say, hey, listen, does he need to be, is it cuffing him in the back causing him any additional challenges? Do you believe, and is there a way that we can possibly have him checked out to make sure that he's checked out? We don't want to seem indifferent to a person who could be potentially going through a medical challenge. Conference with the medical person, have maybe the other officers. We don't want to seem indifferent, like we're taking a dip, we're still pissed off at this guy, and we're making it seem like it's punitive. We don't want that. And I'm not suggesting that that's what's happening here, but we have to think in the most mature manner we can. It's over. He's in custody. We won. Can he be cuffed in the front? Does it violate policy? Does it violate law? What does the medical person say about what happens there? That's just the point.
I had backed off a little bit and I saw him go around him. And I was about to start speeding up because I saw him pulling back, and that's when I saw him leave the road.
You got it, I'm gonna rock on.
Yep. Appreciate you.
This is my first week here, so I don't have a county radio or nothing, so I just second-hand information.
I don't know if you heard that, but this is a state trooper, an Arkansas state trooper. He's talking to the local police and he says, this is my first week, because you know state troopers can go anywhere in the entire state. So I'm guessing he's saying this is his first week in this area, and he doesn't have a county radio, so he didn't have the communication about what was going on with the pursuit direct from a radio. So he was going off secondhand information. So it's important for when you watch these videos to understand that communication sometimes can be challenging, especially when you have these different jurisdictions. But they did a great job, all things considered, with not having the communication.
Yeah, they said that you were about 17.
I pulled over because she said they're getting on 167. I was like, shoot, they're just come right by me then. Then she said you got on Rockwood, so I flew up here and got around.
Well, he acted like he was about to get in the turn lane to get on. Then he got back over to get onto Rockwood.
It'll work out either way.
Yep. Sir, thank you. One of y'all will just hang out over there with him. I can get pictures of our cars real quick.
Yeah, pictures and everything. Yeah. We got vehicle information, everything.
1022, if you already got it taken care of.
What has to occur is a traffic accident investigation. And in most big departments, and I'm going to say that this department that likely has specialized people as well, although I don't think it's that big of a department. But in my department, there's a traffic unit. It's a very, very big unit of people who have specialized training. Most of them ride motorcycles, and they know how to do traffic accident investigations. And there's also a fatal detail that handles fatal accidents or serious injury accidents. They take measurements and photographs and aerials, all kinds of stuff to reconstruct accidents. The interesting thing about this is in a lot of departments is that specialized skill, they also get paid more usually. In my department, they made 8% more than the average line officer. And then if they worked on a night shift, they would get 4% on top of that. So there was incentives to work in those specialized units. And shout out to traffic guys, because it's not easy. You have to be kind of good in math. You have to know how to do diagrams, and they do a really good job by and large. It's not just writing tickets when it's in traffic.
We just had a little pursuit. None of us wrecked. The vehicle wrecked. It was a stolen vehicle out of Conway, I believe. We tried to make a stop on it on Rockwood. He fled. Trooper tried to put out spikes. He went around the spikes, lost control, and wrecked right here at Chico's Country RV. So I just wanted to apprise you. When the pursuit initiated, I had him notify Captain Dodd. But I just wanted to let you know what's going on. None of us are hurt or anything. He's injured, but mildly injured, not severely. But I've got pictures of my unit and Holloway's. We're the only two in the pursuit, so I've got that part all done. They've got pictures of the vehicle and all that, and we'll just go from there. All right. I just talked to LT. He said since we don't have anybody that can go down to the hospital, if he ends up being transported, we'll just see if the hospital will notify us before they release him, and then we can process him from there. Otherwise, we can just do fucking affidavit if we have to. He's probably going to go. Oh, I guarantee he's going to go.
Interesting exchange. So the officer, the initial pursuing officer that took him into custody, talked to one of his superiors, and essentially this guy is going to likely go to the hospital, and they don't have the manpower to have someone sit with him at the hospital. So they're going to ask the hospital to advise the police when he is released. And if they advise the police, then they'll go down and book him. But if not, they're going to issue an affidavit for him to show up in court. Now think about this. We went to the walls to catch the guy at this high rate of speed. Some police departments are spread so thin in order to take care of all the other business that they don't have the extra manpower to have someone sit with him at the jail. I've seen situations where this kind of scenario happens and the person just walks out because the hospital also does not have the ability to have someone sit on a person, and then they just walk out of the hospital. I've seen that happen before. And by the way, you've heard me mention incarceritis. I don't believe that this would be incarceritis. That rollover at that rate of speed, I believe this person should definitely go to the hospital and be checked out.
Hi, Kat. Yeah, I'm sure you've already been informed. Yes, we had a pursuit. Stolen vehicle, pocket. He fled down Rockwood. Troopers tried to do spikes, went around the spikes. He lost control and took out an RV at Kiko's Country RV. He's complaining of injuries. Men just got on scene to evaluate him. He said he was unrestrained. None of our guys were injured. None of our cars were wrecked. I've already got pictures of mine and Holloway's vehicles. And I just talked to LT a minute ago, and he said since we don't have the manpower to go to the hospital with him, to see if the hospital will notify us prior to releasing him. That way we can come get him and process him at that point. And otherwise, if they fail to do that, I mean, we got his information, we can do affidavit, but he said he ran because of warrants. He didn't know the vehicle was stolen. And he does have 4 or 5 warrants. So. But yeah, we can go from there, I suppose. I just wanted to give you a heads up on what's going on. And I did go through my chain of command. I talked to LT first. Okay, yeah, we should be good. We had a little bit of excitement with the call earlier too, but it was nothing serious, so I already took care of that report. I'll take care of the theft by receiving on this one and have Carter do the accident report side of it. And we should be good to go on there. Say that again? Yes, Kiko's already has their owner and everybody out here. We've been talking to them, got their information also. Yes, sir. All right. See you in a bit.
Okay, let me talk about something that I just witnessed on this video is this notifications. Nearly every department has a notification policy. Depending on what type of incident occurs, there are notifications that need to be made. And you must make them in the order that you're supposed to make them through the chain of command. So it's the line officer will notify a sergeant, the sergeant will notify their lieutenant, and usually after that, the captain, whoever is in charge of that area command, would have to be notified as well, depending on what type of situation. Some situations where notifications would have to be made. A rollover accident like this would likely be something where there's a pursuit and potentially vehicles were damaged. An off-duty officer incident, a major felony, a situation where a person is unalived, any of those type of situations, you have to make notification, and it's a policy violation in many departments if you don't make the notifications in the order and the way that you're supposed to make them.
So Cap's on his way in to help out while we get caught up on paperwork and all that. So yeah, still same game plan. He okayed all that. Yeah, just have the hospital contact us, or ask them if they'll contact us before he gets released. I mean, I've asked him to do that once before, and it went swimmingly. So, in regards to this individual's 29s, if you'll just notify those agencies and let them know he's going to be transported to the hospital here shortly, we'll let them know which hospital here in just a little bit. Hey, Holloway, can you pull yours up just a little bit? We can have the record just sit right here for the time being.
Yeah, I might pull mine.
All right. We're working on getting stuff moved around so you can at least pull over and wait. Probably gonna have to wait till fire gets done before you'll be able to start working on it, unless you want to get turned around and try this way. It's gonna be a hassle no matter which way you go. All right. Hold everything? Yeah. That car is registered to somebody else. It is. He said it's a David Sullivan and everything. But that's why it's reported stolen, so that's not why he ran. He ran because of one, which he has like 5 of. Still. It's gonna be a pain to get that out there. Trooper deployed I don't know. There's too much dirt. Yeah, all I saw was that dirt cove flying up. There's a slope.
That's next to the steering wheel in a pull-out drawer, and he wants his meds. That's up to y'all on the meds. Says if he don't take his he'll be in withdrawals in an hour. And that's why he didn't stop, because he didn't want to go through withdrawals.
50, can you check the driver's side of that vehicle and see if there's any cash in the compartment by the steering wheel? You got it? Yep. Y'all know where you're transporting?
Okay, a couple things I want to talk about. The first thing I want to talk about is that the suspect said that he needs his meds, and he mentioned that his med was a med that will help him so he doesn't go through withdrawals. And I'm going to be careful about the words I use because I don't like words to be beeped out, because from an educational perspective, it's difficult to understand, and I want these young aspiring officers to hear these words. So if a person is concerned about withdrawals from a certain type of opiate, getting sick, and it's called sick, and if doesn't go through, I'll say it sounds like Pope, but it begins with a D. Being that type of sick, it has been described to me as going through hell. And I have seen people run because they don't want to get sick like that. Understand that they will run, they will fight anything, but not because it's against you. It's because they don't want to get sick in that manner. And that medication that was mentioned is the medication that will help this person from getting that form of sick. Understand that that's a real thing that goes on. But I also want to explain something else. The people who aren't in the law enforcement, medical, first responder field a lot of times don't understand. You have the fire department, which is a governmental agency. And then you have EMTs, who are normally not government agencies. They're usually private. And a lot of them are volunteers. So understand that normally what will happen under these circumstances, and not all, but in a lot of jurisdictions, the county or governmental fire department responds. They assess the situation. The EMTs, the emergency medical technicians, who are not government employees in most jurisdictions, will transport to the hospital. They also have medical backgrounds, but they work together usually very well, and there is a difference. And I'm going to say that the young lady who was an EMT with the long, beautiful, flowing blonde hair, a tactical bun is appropriate for her to have, because they are in some of the most confined spaces with people who are not restrained, and there are countless incidents where they have attacked EMTs in the back of their rigs. I have responded to calls many times where an EMT, one's driving, one's in the back of the rig, and the person freaks out and they get attacked. And that long hair, having it up in a bun, as beautiful it is as it is, having it in a bun is a much safer practice.
Well, at least it's gonna be close by.
They came on the west side of that pole. You can tell why we came from. So we'll get some photos of that too, just kind of where you exit the roadway at.
If y'all will do the accident side, I'll do the TBR and all that.
I'm going to do a supplement for the report too. So.
Yeah. Well, I'll take care of the main part of the TBR pursuit side. If y'all will do the accident side, just throw your narrative in there.
I'm going to come in this way and exit out to the side now.
What about those? He went down Reno. He went down Reno. He's like,
I was thinking he might have turned there. I was going to go check.
He's like, I went to go buy some speakers. I said, where at? He's over on Reno? I'm like, okay, that's where you went.
That's why he disappeared so quick. Because y'all turned around pretty quick.
Yeah. As soon as I saw him, I'm like, hey, let's go. I might have jerked the steering wheel out of his hands.
I was just laughing at the PD parking lot. Quick, Chinese fire drill.
This fight would turn into a pursuit.
And it did. So he's going to go live felony warrant or simultaneous.
Yeah, he had a couple of warrants out.
Hey, did anybody get the trauma band number by chance?
Yeah, I'll call.
Okay.
I didn't think about it.
So he's going to Unity in Jacksonville, and they will not notify us prior to discharge unless somebody's already up there. So Catton is on his way in to help out with calls while we work on the paperwork. Do you want me to call and see what he wants us to do on that? No, I mean, one of his warrants is a Y felony, so, I mean, if we're able to get a hold of him, I told dispatch to notify the agencies that have warrants on where he's going to be. Simultaneous possession. I don't know where that one was. He had warrants out of Conway and another one out of, I don't remember what agency, but he was telling the trooper that one of them's a life felony for simultaneous. No, he had prescription medication that was his, but that was it. All right, yeah, I'm about to leave the scene in 1019 anyway, so I'll meet up with him there.
So the original video, really well done. This channel did a really good job with this video, and it's pinned. You can look up some of the information from the incident in that video. It looks like that the suspect was charged with fleeing and theft by receiving. And if you click on the link, I think that you can actually even see the arrest report. So good job by that channel for getting all that information. Shout out to the primary officer and the secondary officer for getting the suspect into custody. Definitely think about the things that I mentioned about would you let the pursuit continue under the circumstances. I'd like to actually shout out EMTs, because as I explained, when we arrive to a scene, if there's a medical situation and the police call, and this is in most jurisdictions, many jurisdictions, and the police call for medical, the fire department will respond and the EMTs will respond, two different entities. And most of the time the EMTs, some of them are even volunteers, and they go through a lot of stuff to get trained and certified. And a lot of times they have to deal with stuff that a lot of people don't see. In the back of that confined mobile rig, transporting the people that they transport, and they transport officers that get injured as well. And they've transported some officers that on my department where I've seen officers get injured, and I want to shout them out because a lot of times it's the fire department that gets all the glory, and the fire departments around the country are justifiably amazing. We have really good firefighters in spite of the rivalry between the police, and the firefighters are amazing as well. But I want to take a moment to shout out EMTs, and I know some of you watch, and so I just wanted to take a moment to say I really appreciate what you do, and I know a lot of times you don't get the thanks that you deserve, but you really do deserve to be acknowledged. If you like this kind of content, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click on the video that's on your screen for more content just like this.